May your heart be your guiding key.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Ronan Lockhart, and this is Hip Style Gaming. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day, week, happy Monday, and it is definitely a happy Monday, guys. Let me tell you the final story update of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, okay? Now, at the time of this video, there hasn't been the global release yet for the English version, so I'm only basing this video off of the Japanese translation or Japanese version right now, and credits go to my boy Everglow. This man is, somebody give this man his flowers like right now, okay? But the hype is way too real, guys, with what's going on in the Kingdom Hearts community, and I'm not gonna prolong this intro any longer. I want to jump right into it. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to see further content like this, because you guys are definitely gonna want to hear the theories that are about to come out of this channel. Tetsuya Nomura, this guy is just, when you can't think that Kingdom Hearts could get any more, what's the word I'm looking for, complex, it just gets complex. That's not even a word, and it just gets that, okay? So with the new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross story update, you know, coming out, and spoilers ahead, guys, major spoiler warnings, but with the new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross story update coming out, we have everything we need to tie up a lot of loose ends, okay? Now, the first story update that came out, or at least the previous one that came out, you know, when the Union Cross leaders finally took the arcs and went to different time periods, you know, I was like baffled when I saw who it was that left. I initially didn't make a video on it back then because I wanted to play it a little bit safe and wait a little bit more before I threw out these theories that I had. I was speculating this way back then. For example, one theory being that Brain is Ericus, and I think with the final story update coming out, we can tie in on how that would be possible, okay? So without further ado, guys, let's jump into it. Let's go over this. So Kingdom Hearts Union Cross story update. I'm only going to cover certain parts. I'm not going to cover everything, primarily due to, you know, there not being a, you know, English iteration of it yet. So we're going to focus on just key certain parts. So, you know, the beginning kicks off with the Master talking to Luxu, you know, probably about, you know, the fate of the world and what's going to happen, the dandelions, etc. Okay, the next scene shows our boy Laurium, Laurium, Brain, and Elrena with our boy Ventus still asleep in one of the pods. It shows this scene, and I'm getting the gist that they made it from the data world into the real world, but they're still in the past. Remember, Darkness explained this to Maleficent, that the pods only take you from the data world to the real world. You then have to use another type of arc to get from the past to whatever. You see what I'm saying? So they only made it from the data world to the real world, and I think Brain and Laurium are kind of, you know, piecing this together right now. So the scene progresses and continues, and, you know, Brain, like, most likely puts it together, like I said, and he sends Vin, Laurium, and Elrena off to different times, most likely different time periods, okay? So the next scene is where things start getting very juicy. We see our players, Skuld and Ephemer, turn around and see that they are surrounded by not one darkness, but 4 of the darknesses that are in that world. They are surrounded, guys, and like I said, I can't understand too much Japanese, but I can understand when a nigga moment is about to happen, okay? They are about to get jumped, okay? And I'm, you know, translating a little bits and pieces of the words, you know, and thank you to Endofin, you know, while he's watching it, you know, some of his chat is translating, you know, what's going on as well, and one word we see is possessed. So we clearly know what's about to happen here. So, you know, our 3 players are about to get possessed, and believe it or not, guys, this scene just caught me completely off guard. Our player reveals that he is in fact possessed by darkness, and he attacks Ephemer. He attacks Ephemer. Skuld attempts to stop him from doing this to no avail, just kind of yeeted Skuld right off of him, and he continues to attack Ephemer with the darkness goading him on, and a battle ensues. And this is actually the final battle of Union Cross. It's us, the player, you know, coming to realization that we're evil. Evil Kirthi was ours the whole time, so he was telling the truth. and yeah, we actually attack Ephemer. Once done beating the shit out of Skuld and Ephemer, he proceeds to finish off Skuld. I mean, our player has... he's about to go full-on Vanitas mode right now, guys. He's about to end this girl's career. And our boy Ephemer is not having it. Jumps up last minute and he shoots a beam of light, which actually opens a portal to the data world. And he sends the player and the 4 darknesses and leaves them trapped inside of the data world. Ephemer and Skuld both proceed to take the 2 pods and leave, with Ephemer giving the 3rd pod one final look of disappointment, knowing that his friend was supposed to come with them. They take the 2 pods and leave. We are then treated to the next cutscene, which actually shows us, the player, in the data world with, darkness huddling around us, probably, a little bit like, okay, well, what are we going to do now? And, after looking at a couple more of the translations, it's actually revealed that us, the player, was joking and pretending with darkness the whole time. We, in fact, did that to get darkness there to the data world, and then we proceed to lock the data world from the inside, with Ephemer already locking it from the outside. So pretty much, our player pulled a Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku move, okay? Where Riku and King Mickey lock the Kingdom Hearts from the door to dark, or lock the Kingdom Hearts from inside the realm of darkness, and while Sora, Donald, and Goofy lock the other side of it from outside of it. So he pretty much pulled a Riku. Darkness is clearly not happy about that. They actually get enraged, and we can assume that our player is in fact killed right here during this battle. But then after this, it gets beyond crazy. Like, hold on to your hats, guys, okay? So we are then treated to a scene with, other Keyblade wielders, or maybe dandelions, who are, I assume, either dead. If not dead, then are sleeping. And, we see Kirithi talking to our player. Kirithi starts explaining to our player that, when a wielder loses his heart, or however it goes, Kirithi is able, I believe he's saying he's able to merge with the players, and he actually becomes a Dream Eater. If not that, then Kirithi actually allows the player to go to sleep, and the Kirithi becomes a Dream Eater, and protects them from nightmares while they are sleeping until they are possibly awoken. It's one of those 2 things. I'm kind of assuming that they possibly merge with their wielders, because if you remember at the end of Dream Drop Distance, when Sora actually did fail his Mark of Mastery exam and he meets all those Dream Leaders again in the sleeping world, I think it was Traverse Town, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but he meets all those Dream Eaters again, and they are happy to see him. Now picture all of those being wielders just happy to see Sora, like they're just friends. The same way, the Keyblade wielders, came to Sora's rescue at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, so I'm gonna go with the first one, that the Kirithis actually merge with their wielders upon death, I guess. So Kirithi tells the player that this is what will happen, but the player asks Kirithi, well, what if he doesn't want to go to sleep? And Kirithi tells him that if he doesn't want to go to sleep, he will merge, or possibly reincarnate, from what I'm getting, into another heart, aka into another person. We then are treated to a flash forward cutscene, or whatever you want to call it, a vision of some sort, and we see a baby, a young woman and a baby. The baby is taken away by the man in the cloak, and this baby turns out to be young Xehanort. That's right, guys. It is the old man himself. It is Xehanort. It's right there. And I want you guys to take a lot of notice of the young lady, and this is what I'm about to get at right now. And just keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. So the baby turns out to be young Xehanort. Credits roll, and per usual, we are always treated to that juicy ending scene at the end of every Kingdom Hearts, credits roll scene. It's always something after the credits roll. So, of course, guys, it gets even better, and this is the highlight of everything. So we get to see what became of each and every Union Cross leader. Ephemer wakes up out of his pod in the ruins of Daybreak Town. Keep in mind he has the Master's Defender on him, so it's about to get really interesting. Elrena and Lauriam. Lauriam wakes up, I believe, in what looks to me at least to be either Enchanted Dominion or Dwarf Woodlands. and Elrena wakes up, and I know for a fact Elrena is in Dwarf Woodlands, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, so they might actually both be in the same world. Ventus actually wakes up, or he doesn't wake up yet, but we see that he's in the Keyblade graveyard. Shadowy figure approaches him, and we do know that that is in fact Xehanort, and we know what happened after that. So now we have Ventus's complete backstory, okay? And last but not least, we get to see our boy Brain. Now Brain wakes up in some type of city, or some type of modern day landscape. Kind of looks like Italy or Paris or France to me, and Brain wakes up in something like that to somebody, giving him his hat back. Brain looks so cool without his hat, but the person is giving him his hat back. This person introduces themselves to be Sigurd. The name was, I got out of it, Sigurd, and another Norse mythology reference, loving that. And Sigurd actually tells Brain, that he was the only one who made it, and asks Brain to come with them. So what Brain sees next leaves him, just like me, completely speechless. That's right, guys. Our boy Ephemer made it to Skala at Kylum. He transformed, well, at least what I'm assuming happened is he transformed Daybreak Town, at least the remains and pieces of Daybreak Town. He transformed it into Skala ad Kylum, guys, and it makes the most sense that he was easily able to do this. Maybe it took him about a good couple of months, maybe a good strong year or two. Who knows how long it took him? But I feel he did this in quite a fast period of time, because remember how Aqua had the Master's Defender, and she pretty much made the Land of Departure into Castle Oblivion like it was nothing, and that was still a pretty big place, so seeing how big Skala at Kylum is, it couldn't have took Ephemer no much longer than how long it took Aqua. I say maybe no longer than a good week to make that big ass city, guys, okay? And so Ephemer is the new leader, the original Keyblade Master of Skala ad Kylum, okay? And Brain sees this and he's just like, what the he's completely shocked, but like I said, I don't want to spoil too much or go too deep into detail. We're gonna focus on Brain being here, the baby, and the woman, and Ephemer. So guys, I'm just gonna shorten and simplify this. This baby Xehanort, okay, he has a mom, okay? So parents are relevant in the Kingdom Hearts universe. I know it's kind of a crazy thing to say, but because, we never saw Sora's mom or anybody's mom ever. We now see that parents are relevant in the Kingdom Hearts universe. So for all we know, Sora's mom might have actually been one of the students who disappeared, during Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, one of the upperclassmen who disappeared. You never ever know. But we do know now that parents are relevant, and Xehanort has a mom. He has a mom and a dad. But who is his mom and his dad? Well, when I was looking closer at this woman, I know you guys are probably already seeing it, is Skuld Xehanort's mom? Xehanort's mom is Skuld, and if it's not Skuld, then that means Ephemer is Xehanort's dad. And I mean, it would make sense, guys, because look at the resemblance to them. Xehanort has Ephemer's hair and Skuld's eye color. So this whole time, everything led up to Xehanort being the child of Ephemer and Skuld. And even more proof points to him being their child is the fact that young Master Xehanort met the Master of Masters. Remember in the DLC, or the Remind DLC, he met the Master of Masters, and he told the Master of Masters, I finally realized how critical I am, or I finally realized how much I'm needed, or however he worded it. But the point is, guys, it all makes sense. Xehanort had to be born in order to shepherd forward the whole story of Kingdom Hearts. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on just, you know, the burner like this and just let it cook up and stew for you guys, that there are multiple timelines going on. You guys can go back and look at the update yourself, you know, to find other more stuff. I just wanted to focus on this just for now. I'm about to have a lot of theory videos coming out, guys, and like I said, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to hear what I'm cooking up, okay, because it's about to be very, very tasty. But Xehanort being the son of Ephemer and Skuld is the biggest thing to me right now. Like, it makes so much sense. It would also make a lot of sense that Brain is Ericus, like I stated before. It's starting to hint up on the possibility of Brain being Ericus. If Brain isn't Ericus, then it goes back along the lines of, you know, he just, you know, is a ancestor of Ericus. But I'm still sticking my money on Brain being Ericus. I'm sticking my money on it. I'm not backing out yet, guys. But the point is, it's about to get really hyped. So I don't want to spoil too much, guys. That's all I have for today. I've been Ronan Lockhart. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today, please subscribe to the channel for more content such as this. I'm going to be having another theory video coming out between the 7th and the 9th of June, guys, and you aren't going to want to miss that. Trust me. So no more talking, guys. Make sure to check out Everglow's page for the translations. And yeah, I've been Ronan Lockhart, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. May your heart be your guiding key.